Okay, so in this video we're going to look at how to draw an ellipse using the concentric circles method. Okay, so for this question, we're going to set up our major and minor axis. We're going to make the major axis 140 millimeters and the minor axis is going to be 90 millimeters. Okay, so go ahead and get that set up. Okay, so for our concentric circles, we have to construct two circles. Okay, so we're going to construct one through the radius of the major axis. Okay, so I'm also going to okay, so for the concentric circles method, I'm going to construct two circles, one based off the distance of half the major axis and one based off the distance of half the minor axis. Okay, so we're going to set our compass to the center here. Okay, and I'm going to set the distance to half the major axis. This is going to be the radius of our major circle. So once we've that done, go ahead and draw in our circle. Okay, now for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to make these lines quite heavy. Again, you want to keep all this in construction, so nice and light. So once we've that circle done, we're going to again reset the compass here from the center to the minor axis. Okay, so I'm just going to set that distance there, half the minor axis. And once again, just going to construct another circle. Once we've that done, we want to divide our circle into a number of equal parts. So for the sake of this demonstration, and what a lot of schools do, is we're going to use just our 60-30 degree set square. Okay, and this is going to allow us to divide it up into 12 equal parts. So I'm going to take my red pen here, so anything I do in red is also going to be construction. Okay, and we're going to divide it up into a number of equal parts, making sure that every line passes through the center here. So we're going to use our 60 degree edge. Right, we want to make sure that it cuts both the major and the minor circle as well. Okay, so we're just going to move the 60-30 degree set square around every way we can that passes through the center of the two circles. Okay, now we already have 4 points on the ellipse, so I'm just going to label these. So I'm going to start at 0 at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, so it's always good to get in the habit of labeling stuff because it leaves it a lot easier down the line. Once we've got all this divided up, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to once again take one of my set squares, okay, and from each of the points 1 through to 11, okay, I'm going to bring a line from where it cuts the major circle towards the major axis. So for example, from 1 I'm going to go straight down towards the major axis, okay. It doesn't matter how long you make it, just want to make sure that it goes past this point here. You'll see now in a minute. Okay, and then again from point 5, because the ruler is in the same position for both of them. So point 5, I'm just going to bring it up. Okay, I'm going to do the exact same thing from points 2 and 4. Okay, and now I'm going to move over to the opposite side, and this time, again, we're making sure that it's coming from the major circle. Okay, so point 7 and 11. Okay, and then from points 8 and 10. So as you can see, and again, we can draw directional arrows on this. Okay, everything is moving, in this case, from the major circle towards the major axis. Once we've all them points brought down, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to line up our t-square. So we want horizontal lines this time, so we're going to use the t-square. And where these lines that we're after putting in, where our original division lines cut the minor circle, we're going to draw a horizontal line out, like so. So we're drawing a horizontal line from where the constructions cut the minor circle, and projecting straight across until they intersect this line that we brought up from the major circle. And again, we're going to do that with each of the points. So you can go ahead and do that now. Yeah, and again, I'm just going to draw a directional arrow onto these guys for you too. Once we've got that done, we now have where all these lines intersect are points on our ellipse. So we can now go ahead and draw in the curve. You want to be as accurate as possible drawing in this curve. Okay, now once again, for the sake of recording purposes, I'm leaving the board in its fixed position. But when you're drawing this curve yourself at home, you can move the sheet around to whatever best suits your hand for drawing in the curve, which will give you a bit more accuracy. Okay, once we've that done, that is the ellipse drawn. Generally, you'll have to find focal points and a tangent or something along with that, and that is coming in another video.